I remember she ends up going in front of my setup and she starts changing her clothes right in front of the camera that was on. And I remember I ended up looking at my chat on my phone and I looked over and saw my whole chat screaming W's. And I was so confused why until I went to my living room and saw my girlfriend was live changing. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba and welcome back to another embarrassing but crazy story. So today's story all takes place back when I was in high school and this was my grade 12 year. Now, if you guys don't know, back in grade 12, I decided to basically start making videos on YouTube. And well, one thing led to another. I ended up realizing that a lot of people started streaming, so I decided to start streaming as well. And trust me, streaming on YouTube is something that I would never really do. If anything, nowadays I stream over on Twitch, so if you guys want to watch me there, go for it. But back then, this channel used to be called a whole different name called Persian Guy Gamer, and back then I used to just live stream me playing video games. Actually, I think there's still a live stream up of me playing Batman, so like that's how old this channel really is. But I remember back then I used to play Call of Duty and I used to live stream on it. And one day I remember I was at school hanging out with my friends and my girlfriend ends up walking up to me. At my grade 12 year, I had a girlfriend towards like the end of the year because I was planning on having like a high school sweetheart. And this girl that I was dating, she was actually a pretty genuine normal girl. Other than, well, I'm not gonna lie, she ended up becoming a total I guess player is what I would say, because like I don't know, I don't want to call her a Minecraft diamond hoe, but at the same time she was what she was. But going on with the story, at the time of her being my girlfriend, she was a pretty genuine girl. And I remember as I was walking down the school hallway one day, she came up to me and said, "Hey babe, what are your plans for tonight?" Nothing really. Why? "Oh, okay, well, I was just wondering, do you want me to come over?" Yeah, I mean, sure, I guess it's cool if you come over. I don't really have anyone else home." "Okay, cool, sounds like a great idea. I'll come over after soccer practice." And that's when she ended up walking away. She walked away and I was like, okay, my girlfriend's coming over, that's cool. And then afterwards, I ended up going to the school cafeteria and sitting down with the boys. If you guys don't know, back in high school, I had a group called the Boys, and honestly, they were just the homies that basically hung out with me and were really cool with me. But only one of the boys knew one of my deepest, darkest secrets. And no, it wasn't me being a person that does the devil's tango. This one person that was in my friend group, the Boys, well, he knew that I made videos online, or live streamed as well online. And I always told him to keep it low key and keep it a secret, because at the time, being a content creator and being a YouTuber was super embarrassing. Like, I have a lot of traumatic experiences from back then of people showing my videos to each other, and trust me, for my grade 12 year, I just wanted to be known as cool, so I told no one except this one person that I was a YouTuber that wanted to make videos online and live stream. Obviously, he never thought anything would come from it, and to this day, we actually still talk. But going on with the story, I remember he looks over at me as I'm sitting with everyone and says to me, "Yo, Bubba, did you hear what's happening tonight?" "No, but what's happening?" "Bro, the new DLC is coming out for Call of Duty. Are you gonna play it live?" I don't know, should I?" "Yeah, I don't see why not, bro. Like, we're gonna get it the most earliest since we're the earliest time zone. You should actually just play it, bro, and live stream it. You'll get super popular." "I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good idea." "No, trust me, bro. I'll play with you. Trust, we should do it." "Okay, I mean, sure, why not?" And I remember at that moment, I decided to basically go on my phone and schedule that I was live streaming when the DLC came out. Except the DLC that was coming out super late at night at like 12 a.m. Meaning that I would have to stay up super late. But obviously, me staying up late wasn't the issue, because I would stay up late anyways, like playing video games like all the time. Actually, comment down below if you guys do the same thing and stay up super late, because I can't be the only one. But going on with the story, I remember after that day, I ended up basically going home and I started doing research on the game and what DLC was coming out. And apparently Call of Duty at the time was releasing a new weapon and a new map, so I was super excited to play it. And I remember over the time that I was doing research on my PC about it and doing homework, I totally forgot that my girlfriend planned to come over because I wasn't looking at my phone at all. And well, one thing led to another. I remember as time ended up passing by, it ended up getting super late at like 11:30 at night. And at that moment, I thought in my mind, oh, okay, I should get ready to start up stream soon and stuff. So I basically started on my stream and I started getting ready and I start basically like, you know, hyping up the chat that I had, which was only like 5 people at the time. But at the same time, I was basically doing my YouTube stuff, okay? I was live streaming. And this is where things get really weird, because I remember as I'm live streaming, I had my phone on my desk and I opened up Call of Duty and I played a couple rounds of this new DLC that came out. And this is where things get terrible, because I remember my phone starts ringing mid live stream and I pick it up saying, "Hello?" Right away, I mute my mic and I hear it's my girlfriend's voice. And she's saying to me, "Hey babe, I'm at your door. Sorry I came super late. Soccer practice took way too long." "Wait, you're here right now?" "Yeah, I'm at your door. Can you let me in?" I remember I ended up unmuting my mic and telling my stream that I'll be back. And I left my live stream on and just went straight upstairs to get her. I remember she looked at me and said, "Hey, like, sorry, once again, I came late. What are you up to?" Nothing. And the reason I said nothing, by the way, was because no joke, there was no possible way I was gonna let my girlfriend know that I was making videos and becoming a YouTube live streamer. There was no possible way I was gonna tell her. So me trying to keep my secret, I remember she comes into my place and she's like totally like drenched in mud from soccer practice, and she looked totally disgusting, to the point where I looked at her and said, oh, like, do you want to like maybe go take a shower? Oh yeah, I was actually gonna ask you, is it cool if I take a shower? Yeah, I mean, go for it. I'm just gonna be on my computer doing some work, so just come into my room after. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I remember she ends up going into my bathroom that was right beside my room, and I end up going back on my computer and live streaming again, talking to my chat super quietly, and my whole chat was wondering why I was talking so quietly, but I didn't want to say I had a girlfriend because, well, I'm not gonna lie, I like to keep things a secret about my life, especially if it's gonna be on the internet. Like, I gotta be low-key about some things. So I remember I ended up just playing another round this game, and this is where everything just basically gets me in trouble, because I remember my girlfriend ends up coming in my room, and I quickly hide my screen that I was live streaming on, and I totally did not have enough time to turn off the camera. And that's when my girlfriend walks in saying, hey babe, do you have like any like clothes that I could wear? That's when I mute my mic and I'm like, oh no, like they know I have a girl here. This is really bad. And then I end up basically going into my closet, and as I'm at my closet, my girlfriend goes in front of my setup where the camera was pointing at, and as she's standing there, I don't notice because I'm in my closet trying to get some clothes out for this girl, and right as I turn around and I give her the clothing, she drops the towel like it's nothing and starts putting the clothes that I gave her on. And right as I looked at where she was standing, I look over at my camera and the red light was on, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh babe, what are you doing? And that's when I grabbed her. I pushed her out of the way of the camera, and I'm like, what are you doing standing there changing? Babe, what's wrong? Why are you freaking out? No one's here. And that's when I had to tell her. I ended up telling her that I was live streaming, and I realized that when I looked over at my chat, my whole chat ended up getting way more viewers, and I guess because the thumbnail updated, and basically my chat went from having like 5 people originally to then having like almost 300 people watching my girlfriend change on a Call of Duty live stream. I started to panic and I started to freak out, and I showed my girlfriend my chat, and she started freaking out as well. And at that moment, she started yelling at me over and over, and that's when I ended up basically telling her, babe, like, I don't know what you want me to do. What do you mean you don't know what you want to do? Baba, end your live stream, dummy. That's when I ended up going to my computer, just pressing the stop live button with no context to my stream whatsoever. And even right after I ended up ending the stream, no joke, all I saw in my chat was just L's, even though the stream was offline. I felt really bad, and I ended up telling my girlfriend how much I apologized, and that's when she told me, babe, why do you live stream? Like, what's the point? It's honestly disgusting. Like, just don't ever live stream again, okay? Like, seriously, if you're gonna date me, you're not gonna be a streamer, you're not gonna do this YouTube stuff, nothing. I remember when she told me that, I felt really bad, and I actually ended up did stop streaming. But then a year later, after we broke up, I thought, you know what? I could prove her wrong and just end up becoming a creator. And well, honestly, if you guys want to watch me live, link is in the description. And also, I'm live streaming right now, so let's prove her wrong. But if you guys did enjoy the story as well, follow for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.